Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with none other than Teofimo Lopez. Teo, I've never met you before.
Never met me?
No.
Am I a bad guy?
No, you know, I've met your family though.
Yeah.
But I've yet to meet you.
They're crazier than me though.
They're very passionate people. I love them. We were actually all sat around at the MGM Grand lobby bar, and we were just chatting about it. And they kept saying, "You need to know about my son. You need to know about my son."
We're here behind the gloves.
Yep, behind the gloves. You know what? First and foremost, let's talk a bit about your journey at this point. For people who may not be familiar with Teofimo Lopez, how would you describe your fighting style?
My fighting style, a lot of people like to mix it with, they say Mike Tyson, a little bit with Floyd Mayweather and stuff like that. You know, so it's a great mixture, no lie. And things like that. I'm very slick. I'm very composed with my shots. I pick my shots and everything when I'm in that ring. And I'm very exciting, very explosive with all my things. Some people say Roberto Duran and things like that. So these are just great legends that they're mentioning. So come Saturday night, April 20th, if you haven't seen Teofimo Lopez in action yet, tune in either on the ESPN pay-per-view TV app or live here at Madison Square Garden.
Well, you're getting a lot of love worldwide. I actually live part-time in the UK, and I remember it was in the middle of the night and they were watching your last fight, and I actually was getting text messages from people saying, "Yo, you see this kid? He's fire." Most people really do believe that you're the guy who can beat Vasyl Lomachenko. I know that your name is and I know that you've probably been asked about him 100 million times over, but I think it's important that we do continue to campaign for the fight because that's what actually gets it made. I know that you don't really rate Vasyl very highly. Was there any type of beef prior to that made it to where you guys don't really, I guess, like each other?
I made him not like me, so that's fine. I just never liked him as just the way he carried himself or anything like that. I don't know, I just had that vibe with him. I couldn't really relate or connect with him. So, you know, I'm cool with all the fighters, you know, and everything like that. But when it's a fight game and everything, Teofimo he puts on his cap on and his beast mode and just changes his whole demeanor on how he looks at things. So, you know, I just don't like him, man. That's really it. So a lot of people want to see this fight, and I'm like, yeah, let's make the fight happen, you know. But I think since he has that A-side pool where he could be like no, and he could pick what he wants, so that makes it a little harder to make the fight happen. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm at 135 right now, and the reason why I'm pushing for these type of fights is because this is my last year at 135. Mm-hmm. And after that, we're going to 140. So everybody at 140, get ready. Teofimo's coming up in 2020.
Now, I asked Vasyl last time I interviewed him, I asked him to rate you, Mikey Garcia, and Gervonta Davis. That was me.
That was you?
Yeah. So I asked him to rate you.
All y'all laughed at me. All y'all laughed. All y'all laughed at me.
We laughed when he said that?
Mm-hmm.
No, I every time someone replies to anything...
It's all good, though. All y'all laughed, and it's fine. I mean, come July, we fight for the WBC title, man, and then we'll show everybody from there. You know, basically, with success, is basically saying, fuck all y'all. Sorry for my language, but that's the truth.
What do you have to say about him doing that?
Huh?
It's basically saying that he doesn't rank you at all.
It doesn't matter. April 20th is what matters right now. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. It really don't.
Your demeanor changed. Your demeanor changed.
No, absolutely. It's good, though. When it's all said and done.
You're an up-and-coming prospect, though.
I'm not a prospect. I'm not.
Okay, well, when you're an up-and-coming and you're going up against the names of the champions...
I think that's the thing, that you guys put these guys on a high pedestal, like if they're kings or gods, and they're not. They're not. I'm not a king, I'm not a god, I'm not any of those things. All I am is trying to be the best at what I do. So when it's all said and done, I mean, that's the thing. You guys put these guys in a high pedestal. They put Renato Gomez when I fought him in the amateurs, and he was knocking everybody out at the qualifiers in a high pedestal. I'm talking about cameras all around him and everything. And it was the finals, and everybody thought that I was going to lose, and it was to qualify for the Olympic trials, and I whooped his ass. I beat him bad, and I won Outstanding Male Boxer the whole tournament. And I told everybody, watch what I'm about to do to this dude. It's the same thing come around this time around. Watch what I'm going to do to this guy if he lets me fight him. Thing is that since he's doing what he's doing, you guys back him up. But he does not want that fight, and I can guarantee you that.
But you do realize that as you are progressing in your career, the same will be done with you. It goes both ways.
It goes both ways, absolutely. But mine will be for the money. Mine will be people want to fight me because they want to make money. I don't want to fight Lomachenko because I want to make money with him. No, I want to fight Lomachenko because I'm going to beat him. I'm gonna beat him, and I don't really need a Lomachenko fight to make me the best ever or anything like that. It really, I know how to promote myself, and that's why at this case right now, I'm in that category with all the champions when I'm not even world champion.
You are promoting yourself well, and I'm telling you that because not only are you making time for everybody, but you're also, sometimes you have to be linked to the other guys in order for you to constantly put your name out there as well. So you are doing a really great job at that.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to use anybody's name to...
Of course not. No. We do that.
Yeah.
That's our job.
No. I guarantee come Saturday night, it's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
I'm excited what I do. I love what I do. People want to see more of that. And if you have another explosive fighter and Teofimo, then obviously people want to make that fight happen. You know, so that's another thing that people. So the reason why I'm pushing it, like I said, it's my last year at 135.
Okay.
They want to. I know Bob said that he wants to make it in February after the Super Bowl, but for me, I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I can't make the weight no more.
Now, Edith Totley is somebody who has a bit more experience than you. I feel like no one on this undercard has really tried to fight anyone or make it an easy fight, because it's definitely not going to be an easy fight come Saturday night. What can fans expect of that fight?
That fight is not going past 6 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I like that you're taking challenges, because most people who have a record of 12-0 are still fighting other people who have a record of 3-10.
3-10, yeah.
You know?
No, the matchmakers, they know that they don't even have to ask me who I'm going to fight next. They know that they're just going to look for the best and the most toughest opponent ever that they can find for me that wants to accept the challenge and make the fight happen. So things like that, they know that they don't need to hear me say yes. I accept any fight. Any fight that they put on the table, we say yes to. Why? Because we believe we're that good. We believe that we're ready for all these type of challenges. So for this fight, 31-2, another guy, another veteran, guy with experience. He's European, so they have that European style. My first time fighting a European style type of fighter. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a great matchup, and come Saturday night, I'm going to beat this guy's ass.
Teofimo, what motivates you? We know that you're really close to your family.
Yeah.
We know that you're engaged now. Congratulations.
Thank you. She's actually here, but somewhere around here. Yeah.
So what motivates you? What keeps you going? You're young, and when you're young, you're sacrificing a lot in your life to be able to get ahead in life. So what keeps you going?
What keeps me going is just God, man, having faith. I know a lot of people see me as this obnoxious or arrogant type of fighter or whatever, but the real truth is that I have faith in all the things that he does. So since this fight is not pushing with the Lomachenko thing, I'm just going to follow what he wants in my path. And if that fight happens, then it happens. That's what he wants. So I just follow with what God has in mind. So it's just all faith, man. That's really what it is. It's like the great saying that Bruce Lee said is, be like water, my friend. That's what I do.
Who was or somebody you would say was somebody you admired growing up?
Someone I idolized was Floyd Mayweather. A lot of Floyd, a lot of Mike Tyson, a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, not even Sugar Ray Leonard. A lot of Pernell Whitaker and Roy Jones. Those were the guys that I was looking at constantly. And somehow down the line, we just little by little just picked little things that they did right and they did wrong, and we turned out to be who I am today. Yeah.
Well, look, I never laughed at you, okay? Let's make that clear. I never laughed at you. I would never do that.
It's all
I wish
good.
you, I swear to God, wish you nothing but the best. I think what you're doing is great. Keep talking, keep putting your name out there, because that's ultimately how...
The whole thing is that the fighters need to understand is that how do you want to be great? How do you want to be known? How do you want to make all this money? Because that's what they really do it for. If you don't want to put in the work and time and effort for it. Meaning, not just in the gym, but interacting with the people that are going to help you build that name, which is you guys. You guys play a major role into all of this. We help each other. I'm helping you, you're helping me. Why? I'm promoting myself through you and your network and so on and so forth with all the boxing news that you guys have. So I take the time. Right here, this is a job. Here, this is considered a job. To me, this is a job. But in that ring and boxing, anything, that's having fun. Doing what I love. So that's the difference between Teofimo and so many other fighters. They're like, oh, I don't want to do another interview. Like, why I got to do it? It's a job.
Yeah. Amen.
It's a job. So this is my job right now, and that's what I'm doing.
And lastly, we do have a really large UK fan base.
Yeah.
What are the chances that you can go overseas one day?
There's another thing. A lot of things have been mentioned. Maybe me and Luke Campbell. probably for the vacant WBC. I don't see a problem fighting in the UK for it. You know, that's a gateway of having that where we could fight in the UK. So, and Luke Campbell is a good friend of mine, and we sparred about 5-6 times.
Okay.
So we know how we are in the ring and everything, and that'll be a great matchup. So things like that, you know, and so on and so forth, you know. But to the UK fans, I definitely want to fight one day out there, and hopefully we can make it next year.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you as always, and best of luck Saturday night.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, fans.
Good takeover.
Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.